Welcome back to the episode. We are again in front of Hope and a door to Raphael's archive. Well, let's talk to the one.
I should speak up.
Hello again, little mice. The price for speaking is steep, but I must give warning. Your prize is just ahead in the archive, but you can't take it yet. And even if you could, you mustn't. Trigger the alarm, and Raphael will come swooping home on wings of malice to rip out your soul. In this house, thieves are melted like butter and spread onto toast. Shh. I'm doing it again.
Well, I need you to stay calm, Hope, and get me.
I can. I shall. The Archivist is the key, but he's as stubborn as a king and as serious as a heart attack. Exploit his fiddling weakness and make him grovel! Oh no. They hear me. Speak quickly, speak softly. You know how this goes.
Okay. Whoa, wait, what? Why do I need to get another roll? I thought I got rid of all the beholders. Okay. Focus your effort on formulating concise questions. That's so not going to work. I know it. Well then, do I want an inspiration? Yeah, let's just get an inspiration charge. Let's hope for the best. Let's do one more, and then we're gonna take the result. Thank goodness.
You steady your mind and prepare your questions.
Okay. How should I deal with the Archivist?
He fears authority figures. Perhaps his teacher took a strap to him and left a deep impression at an early age. There's one regular visitor that he particularly fears. She is...
A crack like breaking bone. Hope winces.
Nothing actually happened, but okay. Who does the Archivist fear, Hope? I need a name. Okay. I need you to get out of here, Hope, before the jailer kills you. There is no jailer over there. But okay, let's try a persuasion thingy. Probably not. Haha! This is so not going to work. Yeah, why not? Wait a minute. How can a 2 be the highest? We're so not going to use that one.
It's on the tip of my tongue, but they sliced off the tip of my tongue.
Hope vanishes from sight, and the house seems to tighten around you like a constricting artery.
Well, and there she goes. Let's just hope she's alright. Good. So someone definitely needs the help. And what do we have here? An Archivist. Hellish Resistance. Mephistopheles. Okay. Librarians. Other librarians. All librarians. An awful lot of librarians. An awful lot to read, which is okay. Yeah, let's just...
Raphael hears everything you say.
Oh, does he? For now, we don't get any reaction, which is okay. There are display cases. I don't know if I can open them up or not. Let's just interact with the plaques over here.
Do not think of what you have lost. Do not dwell on your debts. Set your mind on higher things. Set your mind on me.
Isn't it really lower things?
I am the architect of destiny. I am the purveyor of hope. I am the future.
Wow. That's a big one. Oh, Taming Hope Part 1. That's the interesting thing to read.
Hello.
Okay, what else we got? We got the Tourmaline Depths. Let's hope that this is okay. Another pile of books. And oh, Power of the Crown. Question is, what crown is it? Ooh, dimensional doors. That's quite nice. The Fall of Netheril. Oh, look at that. Only thing is we cannot interact with the with a desk. Gauntlet of Hill Giant Strength. Oh, look at that. Saving throw +1 and set the aura strength to 23. The enchantment has no effect if their strength score is higher without it. Quick question. How high are their stats? 22 on Lizelle, that's very high. The only other one who would benefit is Karlach, but Karlach needs to deal more damage. So, what about this plaque thingy?
Gauntlets of Hill Giant Strength.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a marble plate. Wait. So there's a trap if I try to pick it up. That's good to know. What about the Librarians, though?
So
That's the Archivist?
Just look. Exquisitely arranged down to the last thread. If you see him, tell him how beautiful it is.
Okay, good.
Hey, good looking.
So, let's take Larethian. Avernus Vista. What's that one go? Ah! Uh-huh.
Soldier?
Interesting thing. What do we have here, though?
Don't like this dream anymore.
Tiger Mist. Oh, yes. The easel cannot be taken. Ah, another hookah. Silver trade.
So many pretty things in the House of Hope. Oh, the prettiest of all.
Thank you. Isn't that nice to hear? Oh, yes, it is. We are the pretties. What about this one?
Vengeance, the most delectable of poisons. Through the telescope, a sinister vista sprawls before you. Boiling rivers and sheer crags. A sight of the hells that you'll never forget.
Huh.
What do we have here?
And it's Karlach that should actually know it the most. The most and the best.
Always read the fine print.
Dude, that Archivist is going to follow me everywhere.
Amulet of Greater Health.
And that is set the aura's constitution to 23. The enchantment has no effect if the constitution score is higher without it. Advantage on constitution saving checks. That is actually really cool. Because there are some feats that also give you advantage on constitution saving throws. But you don't need those feats if you have that amulet. And maybe then you can like exchange it for something else. The question is just which should be your other feat, right? Because there's so many, it's always very difficult, at least for me, to pick another one. Like there's just one or two that I find fairly useful, and the rest is just nice to have. But nothing else. Okay, so that is then the entrance. Good. Time for me to read a few things. Oh boy, a lot of things indeed. That one, greater invisibility and dimensional door, that could be very helpful. Taming Hope Part 1, that's important. Oh, Corilla's transcript of a conversation between Raphael and her sister Hope. Oh, so Hope is Corilla's. Okay. Raphael, did your mother sing you nursery rhymes? What? Little Miss Tiffle sat on her kettle, steam blowing between her lips. Along came her oven in need of some lulling, and soon she had scalped hips. Oh, that's funny. Yet you do not laugh. Come, Hope, don't look so aggrieved. This little realm around us, this house, you have mastery of it, and you of me. Sing me a song, Hope. I'm speaking to you. Now, don't go silent. I'd hate to have to slit a child up the navel and rinse you in their insides. Ah, you're so pervert. Then sing me a song. I say, nursery sweet, but don't do me, and I know if you do. After some moments, she does. I remember our mother used to sing it to us, a gentle melody, laden deliciously like plump young arms laden with autumn ripe apples. When the song concludes, Raphael sighs and looks at my sister. Raphael, you're something, my dear. Really, rather something. I would have you master your own fate. Let me give you free rein to do so. Let's abandon this whole ugly imprisonment. Serve me willingly. Things would be as merry and jubilant as that song you've just given me. Sweet Raphael. Yes, Hope. Eat shit, but stuff your maggoty tongue in some other woman's ear. Here he looks upon her with such longing and hate. I think he might actually kill her. Oh, that was an error, my dear. Grave error. I shall see you soon. That's before she got imprisoned here. The power of the crown. All 100 chapters of this dense book describe the coronation of Raphael as Archdevil Supreme of the Nine Hells, but the circumstances vary in each case. Some versions are written as if historical facts, others are imagined futures, but all end with Raphael wearing the crown of curses. One in particular catches your attention. In the end, it was the prison bearers who came to him seeking salvation, and he laid out a curse for their survival. They would be free of the parasite, the sword cursed would be cleansed of illithids, and Raphael would receive the crown for his part in the victory. From the moment he met them, it was inevitable. The realm would weep to see his glory. So this is the future that he tries to achieve. Very interesting. Downfall of the Iron Throne. What? The top corner is folded down on one of the final pages, and with the downfall of Sarawak, the City Mages Council was asked to make a memorable example of the Iron Throne, whose criminal headquarters squatted like dire toad in the center of Baldur's Gate, looming over the disguised citizenry. Its thugs had so recently preyed upon. The council hastily convened and decided upon a dramatic demonstration of the city's rejection of the Iron Throne, and 17 of their number joined their magical powers in a 48-hour ritual that concluded by levitating the Iron Throne building from its foundations, conveying it across the docks and out over the deepest channel of Grey Harbor, where it was plunged beneath the waves and fog to be seen no more. And in this way, the most prominent symbol of the bloody reign of Sarawak Unshurf was obliterated. A fall of Netheril. A fall, as if one of many. A first-hand account of the fall of Netheril, written by Raphael. Even a Merigon could not have kept a smile from creeping across its face when walking through those fields of the dead. Bodies broken, the land painted crimson from horizon to horizon, castles brought Netheril's cities tumbling from the skies, and for a brief, glorious moment, he created a spectacle of such utter horror it was worthy to be the 10th hell. I delighted in it, until I realized that the one thing I sought was not to be found among that delicious carnage, the crown. It had been stolen. That quickly. Larethian, what's this? The introduction to Larethian by Palmer Jernisuga reads, "It is no exaggeration to say the Corellan Larethian is the primary figure in the pantheon of elves. It is said that his tears mingled with those of Sahinin Moonbow actually created elves, as in all myths, the physiological reverse oblation God gives to his people is interesting. The elven people are not formed from Corellian's hip bones, his throat, his testicles. Instead, they arise from an expression of sorrow. Some scholars frame them then as an antidote to his pain. Corellan was, at that time, experiencing loss and feelings of betrayal. More traditional thinking, and here I quote the elven sage Ephir Lorquellan, places elves as sad as a species can be. This rings true for me. Life, after all, deposits its fair share of difficulties on those burdened with living it, and elves endure a long, long time. A tour of Tempest. This book, long as an encyclopedia, but written in an untamed, barely legible style, described the Tempest domain, from which some clerics can draw power. And look, When you are whipping with the wild winds or stricken until stick-like and burning from the gods' lashing lightning tongue, are you not suffused with the power of the Tempest? Aye, how Queen Umberly and Lord Talus fight and fray over its dominion, but even they on high know in true Tempest can never be tamed, only channeled by the favored few. Reach up thy hands to the sky, outstretched awaiting breath of gods to blast thy oblivious supplicant, and ask to be drowned, to be blown asunder, to be destroyed, or perhaps to be granted such might to speak the words of Talus with thine own sweet hand. The House of Wonders. Yeah, that's the thing of the game. I got this one a little bit earlier. List of debtors. An extensive list of the names of the residents of Raphael's house, separated by headers, loaned, punished, put to work, fed to pets, used as leverage, and missing. Wall of the Faithless. What is this one? At the core of the Fugu Plains, a barren, ash-grey wasteland, stands the city of Judgment with its crystal spire, jutting above the streets and the influx of souls. These are godly folk seeking the verdict of those ruling for Fugu. Their faces, hopeful or sullen, their boot heels caked in the mud of perdition. Yet for those who claim no godly patronage in life, there's only the wall erected by Merkel, Lord of Bones, to keep those of insubstantial faith from any possible form of peace. Seed gored and clawed at by the desperate, clung with fingernails flecked with smashed skulls. How Merkel enjoys his petty torments. The next one is the Seas of the Blood. That's like vampire stuff. Nautiloid adventurers. Attached to this letter is a map with a detailed list of locations, all of which are familiar. Raphael. As requested, I've kept a close eye on the infected adventurers who fell from the Nautiloid and survived. Impressive. They spent a while stumbling around like lost babes, easily distracted, ones at that, but finally made it to Moonrise Towers. You should have seen the mess they made there. Pure, delicious chaos. They killed Catherick. It was a hell of a show. I'm delighted I got a front row seat. And now they're in Worm's Crossing. If the last few days are anything to go by, I'm expecting more blood, death, and chaos, which means they'll be running into you any day now. If anything changes, I'll keep you posted. Corella. Orders for the Archivist. Archivist, without delay, move some of the contracts and treasures to the main cache. We are excited about soon acquiring the Crown of Castles and want certain things on display, while the rest may be safely stored in the secret vault. There's a secret vault. What we want in the archive are the Amulet of Greater Health and Gauntlets of Hill Giant Strength, with a place reserved for the crown. Artifacts in the vault should be the stuff of spell power and backup gold cash. Probably Raphael. The thing is, we already got the backup gold, and the rest is just like normal stuff that goes to camp. Am I encumbered? No. So then, now there's just one thing that remains, and it's me reading the
long road ahead.
this thing up here.
Let's see what this
That
does.
works. Impervious sphere. Oh, look at that.
The Orphic Hammer.
The Orphic Hammer has caught your eye. It's really
When the Orphic Hammer strikes like thunder, even astral chains are torn asunder.
Right. And we need to get this one now. The question is just, how do we
What
get
if the gods
around
are
the
watching
impervious sphere?
Something's on my mind.
a guest. Are you a client of the Master, or a visitor from elsewhere in the Hells? I do not believe you were invited. One moment. I shall consult the visitor's schedule. Most irregular. The schedule is all but clear, and yet you are here.
Detect thoughts. Access the schedule by reading his thoughts. Well, why not? Oh boy, let's hope this works. I'm gonna use up one of those inspiration charges. Yep. Definitely not nice. It's one of those you can almost get it kind of thingies, but... Ah, thank goodness.
No visitors expected, other than Carilla Hearthflame and Virilius Receptor, Zariel's High Inquisitor.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm Virilius Receptor, Zariel's High Inquisitor. No, we are not using any deception. We are telling the truth as best as we can, even if we can read this mind. I just want to explore the archive. Which is true. I've come for the hammer. Are there any highlights in the collection? Yes. If you ever met Hope. Oh, yeah, why not?
Yes. Nasty little gadfly. I'd swat her if the master wasn't so fond of tormenting her.
Gods, I hate the hells.
Yeah, everybody does. Okay, let's just save. Do we go right for the business? Are there any highlights? Well, let's just get as much information out of him as possible before we say that we are here for the hammer.
A fine pair of gauntlets that allow the wearer to twist the head from even the most resilient malingerer. An amulet that causes the blood to surge and the heart to swell, along with other parts. Most invigorating. And awaiting installation, we have secured a rod that gathers the weave around it in great quantities, just as surely as shit gathers flies. And of course, the Orphic Hammer itself is the prize of the collection.
Well, I just want to explore the archive. Well, I already explored the archive. Let's just go straight to business. I've come for the hammer.
Have you indeed? That's splendid. The Orphic Hammer is one of Master Raphael's most prized possessions. You can't have it. You can't even touch it. And I would suggest you don't think about it.
Oh, why not? I think I can use the hammer to save the world. I don't think so. I know. How about I pay bits of you until you change your mind? I just want to admire the craftsmanship. Well, also that, but... And I wasted all of my inspiration charges, now it's just 25. I will never get 25 in this roll. The only thing I can do to get like 20 or so is with... I can't even roll a 20. If you really think about it, because I have charisma -1, that means the highest roll I can get is yeah, how does that work? The only roll that I can get is a 19. Oh, that's not good. So that means with this thing, the only thing that will work out for me, yeah, is like 17-ish. Depending on how many points I get for this one. Only thing we can hope for is a 20. The other thing doesn't work. And we got a 14. Well, our persuasion did not seem to have worked.
Rich world. There are so many. And so few of them are worth saving.
Is that so?
I think the hammer should stay exactly where it is.
Well, then we, too, do think differently.
The master will deal with you when he returns, and I'll mop up whatever remains.
Okay. Well.
I cleanse the books. I comb each and every line for falsehoods and purge them pure.
Right. So, we need to get through that sphere, and maybe one way of getting through this was something about desire or whatever.
There it is. The Orphic Hammer, right within reach. A magical field surrounds the item, preventing you or anyone from touching it. You surmise it's controlled by a vocal component. Magic words.
You know the words. Now speak them.
The bird, bird, bird. The bird is the word. It is I, Raphael. Lower your defense. No, this is not it. Reach out to sense how far you can reach before being repelled. Nah. Speak the magic words. Give me my heart's desire.
The magic nips away at your words.
Careful now. Last thing we want to do is call forth Raphael's ugly mug before we need to.
That is actually a very, 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 very good hint right now. Where's the Archivist when you need him? Right next to me. Does he actually know what happened?
The Master will deal with you when he returns.
Okay. That hammer will actually encumber me, so that means... yeah, let's just look at this thing. That beauty. 10 to 27. That's a lot. It's also versatile, which is quite nice. Only problem, this thing... Oh, Unshackling Strike. That's a cool one. Anyway, so yeah, 10 to 27 damage, but only if you do wield it, I presume. You have advantage on saving throws against spells. That is good. Weapon enchantment +3 is also pretty neat. A little better than this one. But this is still pretty much the best weapon so far. Yeah, only little difference here. Because this is just... It ignores resistance to slashing damage. It's so good. If an adamantine weapon hits an object, the hit is always critical. Wait, hits an object? This is something that I totally seem to have forgotten. Okay, so... Could we use this and critical stuff to our adamantine? Maybe you should have taken not an adamantine longsword, but rather an adamantine hammer or whatever, like. But I don't know the other ones that you can get. I know of daggers or something, but I don't know if you can get a blunt weapon. Whatever. Like blunt weapon, because this is easier for you to destroy like walls and so on. Because they are like... They have some sturdy or heavy defense or whatever kind of bonus. So, Unshackling Strike. Smite the magical bonds, keeping a creature restrained, paralyzed, and stunned. Fraying it. An attack roll. That's pretty neat. So you can use it all the time. Okay. Yeah, let's just save again. And get ourselves the Orphic Hammer.
Nice.
This is delightful. You have what you wanted, but you cannot leave lest all hells break loose. A hopeless situation.
Well, that's nice.
Yes, the hammer is ours. The means to Orpheus's release is in our hands. To the Undercity, Voss must hear of our victory. When we next enter the Astral Prism, we will break Orpheus free. For now, keep focused. Raphael will come to take back his treasure. This is our chance to find out how much this devil bleeds.
Let's hope it's a lot. I like to talk about... No, not yet. Later. So, what I do... Where's my outfit? Over here. Over here. Over here. Over here. Huh. The Debtors attire just disappeared completely. Which is weird. So this goes into the big bag over there. Good. We're not using the Orphic Hammer right now. It's more like a situational kind of thingy.
These boots have seen everything.
Yeah, these boots are made for walking. That's just what they do. Now, I'm gonna take all of the other items while I'm at it. I mean, there's no one else around. You got to be kidding me.
Let's crack it open.
Come on. Good. So, why can't I get a lockpick? It's actually, like, the real cool thing is that all of the devils just disappear. then you probably have to fight Raphael afterwards, but
Don't be shy.
it's nice that they don't interfere with you until you reach the biggie. So we got some other stuff. Oh, look at this. An organ. How do you pronounce fugu? Maybe it's exactly like that. Fugu. Or fagwe. Like a
How delicious.
very difficult word.
Attention.
So we got ourselves another one of these things. Ah, another thing to disarm real quick.
Close.
Before things go south. Let's do that. Oh boy. Very close.
Making me sweat.
So, Hill Giant Strength. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. Definitely the cool stuff, but aren't there a few more display? There's a globe, there's some other puzzle books and whatnot.
What now?
Yes, we're gonna lockpick that
For a
thing.
skeleton key.
That thing. Come on. We wasted all of our inspiration charges. Raphael comes and we had like... I don't think that we have an opportunity to actually persuade the guy. It will absolutely backfire. That's what's going to happen. Alright, another 20.
Hey ho.
So, Amulet of Greater Health is actually a really good one. Oh, look at this. Rosewood desks. Sure, there were 2 of them, I think.
Alright.
That must be a potion of falling or something. Like a very mundane kind of thing. Oh, black diamond. Nice. So, wait a minute. Display cases. Or like rosewood desks. I've seen like one... Ah, there's the other. It's, symmetrical. Good. It does make an awful lot of sense to wear this stuff, but the question is who is going to benefit from this the most? Orphic Hammer, yada yada yada. If Raphael uses some kind of shackling magic, we would probably be affected by it very, very heavily. So what is this one? Featherfall is something that I can just use normally. Amulet of Greater Health, 23. I mean, Lizelle would benefit a lot from it. Let's look at the numbers. 13. Okay, so I got an amulet and I got Misty Step is useful. Advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws, also fairly useful. He doesn't need strength. Who does need strength? She does need strength, but she doesn't need that. So the gloves are out of question. I don't need strength as well. It would only be power against advantage on melee attack. But Lizelle's already fairly strong, so that additional point doesn't make that big of a difference. You think you're wearing this amulet has advantage on intelligence, saving throws, operations. Also have disadvantage on attack rolls against them. A devil might be a fiend and not really an aberration. I keep those items still on Karlach just in case. Just in case I have to reload. But yeah, we are so going to be
I've got good news.
screwed.
A bad news. A worse news.
Okay.
Good news. You got what you came for. Successful visit. Great success. Fantastic work. Bad news. So many things will be on fire when you step outside of this room. You included. That's okay, no, right? It's hell. You expected it to be hot. Worse news, Raphael's on his way home, and oh boy, he is blitzing mad. You planned for this. I know you did. You have everything under control. It's really important that you don't panic, even when your eyes evaporate from the heat. Come to my prison, bring the hammer, break my chains, and then we exit stage any which way.
Okay, well, I'll be there.
Quick as a cockroach, lickety-split if you don't mind.
As quick as I can. As fast as I try. Okay, so let's hope for the best. Oh boy. Oh no. Smoldering internal debtor. That's not good. Alarmed debtor. Why are they alarmed? This creature has spotted you as an intruder. What? Is it? Forever indebted. A debt to Raphael must be paid, even in death. Upon dying, the debtor explodes in damaging flames and is reincarnated as a fiendish creature bound to Raphael. So, devoured eternal debtor. That might be him now. Or maybe not. The thing is, they say that they are alarmed now. I don't know if, like, debtors this attire disguises you as a poor soul indebted to Raphael. Other debtors in his thrall will not be hostile to you, yes. Let's just hope this works, though. Where did it go? What happened? We received condition in debtor disguise, but the thing just disappeared. Huh. Where'd it go? Like a... That's weird. There is no such thing as indebted disguise, and we just lost the item. Okay, so once you take the Orphic Hammer, then there's no way for you to get out of here alive, which is not good. Or like unseen. Actually, there is. I found a scroll that is dimensional door and invisibility. So maybe you can use both of those to maybe jump over a few areas. Only thing I need to make sure of is to not use any special abilities and to heal up once I leave the area. Okay. And before we actually leave the place, let's just end this episode because it's already a long one and I expect the fight and all of this stuff to take a little bit of time. So, let's let the doors be closed for now. Until then, like and subscribe, of course, and ta-ta!